Welcome back to Play CCN, which is brought to you by ARBS 2026. I'm your host, Sandra Rossi. Chemours has released a new study which found that refrigerant emissions from automotive air conditioning systems in Europe could be reduced by 60% annually by 2050. The study was produced with Solstice Advanced Materials and found half of the cumulative emissions could be avoided between 2030 and 2050 through coordinated measures implemented across the full automotive value chain. The reductions are compared with current baseline projections and include cost-neutral outcomes for consumers, as investments are offset by longer component lifetimes and avoided repair costs. Chemours said the data reinforces the importance of life cycle-based policy approaches to reducing emissions. The study recommendations are ready for rapid adoption across both conventional combustion engine vehicles as well as electric vehicles. The Asia region delivered an outstanding financial result for Daikin Industries this week. Admittedly, Daikin did well overall for the fiscal year ending March 31, 2026, with sales rising 5.5% and operating profit growing 3.3%. But in Asia, sales grew by 7%, and this is despite a 5% decline in China. Now that's resilience. Daikin said the results were achieved through strategic pricing, cost reduction, and strong demand in key regions to offset rising material costs. The only market to beat Asia was the Americas, which saw 9% growth, and in Europe sales grew by 6%. Carrier has invested US $100 million in a new manufacturing facility in India. Carrier CEO David Gitland broke ground on the new facility last week, pointing out that India is one of the company's most important growth markets. Meanwhile, SWEP has invested US $30 million in expanding its manufacturing capacity over the next 2 years. Well, it's official, more than 10,200 attendees at ARBS 2026 have made it the biggest in the event's history. The 3-day event featured more than 300 exhibitors and more than 100 seminars. A comprehensive roundup of the ARBS event will feature in the June-July edition of CCN. Well, that's it for our headlines this week, which were brought to you by ARBS 2026. Thank you for watching.